Hello and welcome to another episode here on my channel. My name is ChaosMole and today we have another Lost Ark reaction video. This time we will react to the martial artist class video for the Western release. I haven't watched this video yet, so I don't really know what they will show us. And I also haven't read the article they always post with them because it's mostly like, let me explain the classes to you. Oh, there's also a video who does that, so why would I read that? So this is why we are watching just the video. This is very interesting for me because one of the martial artist subclasses is my most played class in the Russian version of the game. So I will just react to all the classes and then I will just talk about them a little bit and will let you know how I feel about them right now when it comes to like balance and how they feel, how they play. Like, this is not an end game guide. Like, this is not where you choose your class and which does the most damage and which does the most DPS in the raids. That's not the plan for this, but at least giving you a little bit of a feeling about what to expect from all the classes you can play. So less talking, more watching, and I would say we are going right to it, shall we? That is quite loud. Let's lower that a little bit more, because damn! The martial artist, the sophist, your standard fighter. Oh no, the sophist. Oh right, man, I really have to get used to that they are changing the names around. The sophist is actually my class. I have played the most and I've played in the end game. To describe the sophist, basically Dragon Ball Z. You're playing a Saiyajin. That's what you're doing. You can even go Super Saiyan and all that, and you have multiple Super Saiyan forms, and it's basically what it is. They're not showing it, interestingly. Oh, here they go. Here they go. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's exactly what this class is. The War Dancer. Okay, yeah, I have to learn the new names. It's so weird that the Korean version has translated English names, and for the Western version they were just like, nah, we are naming them otherwise. It's like, huh, that's so weird. I don't mind in the end, but it's just weird. I really love the martial artist. I really do. I think it's the most like damage class, which has a lot of maneuverability. Ow, that word always gets me. But I just love that class. Like, all the subclasses are really, really good. What is this one? The Scrapper. That is such a weird name. There's basically like the pure like infighter. I think this is the infighter, which is now just called Scrapper. Yeah, you don't really have like a lot of magical effects to it. It's like pure strength. Very much what a monk would represent, I would say. Still cool. I love the effect so much. Wait. Okay, stop. They have the striker? How is the... Okay, so why am I so confused here is... The striker is one of the newest classes they added to the Korean version of the game. Yes, I know it is just a male version of, I think, the infighter, if I'm completely wrong. And it's just so weird when you see that. Like, I really don't know anymore at this point which type of version we are actually getting here in the West. Because they are taking some classes out you would expect to be in, because there's a standard release classes, right? And then they are putting classes in which just came out basically 2 months in South Korea. I was like, what's going on here? Like, how do you choose those classes which would be in the release? That's so weird. I wonder if they're actually bringing in the, what is it called? Not the, is it the War Dancer? I'm so bad with names. The Spear Fighter, right? Like, they would not have that, will they? But this just surprises me. I didn't expect this. This just totally surprises me. All right, let's have a look at him. Sorry for the interruption there, but that was like, whoa. I didn't expect that. Yeah, those are basically like mirror classes of the female or male classes we already have in the game. They're pretty much doing the same thing. Just looks a little bit different. Damn, man. That was good. Lots of cool little abilities. Let's talk about the classes here a little bit. Let's do that. Let's have a look at the classes and what we got here. So the Soulfist, that is definitely the class I have played the most. And if I said it before, you are literally playing like a Saiyan, right, from Dragon Ball. Like, you have all those crazy abilities and Kamehameha and whatnot. It's exactly what you would expect. Like, even you saw the Super Saiyan form by the end of it. Like, you can jump between Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, and you were getting more and more powerful, but you also cannot hold it for a long time. Like, you see it right there, how they're switching super fast through the forms. And then they're using the Spirit Bomb at the end. It's like literally science. As science knows Saiyajins. Saiyajins? I have look, names. I'm so bad with names. Don't take it too serious. But I really love this class because it is a mix between range, movability, and melee fighting. Like, you can decide what you want to do with this particular class. Like, do you want to be a melee fighter, or do you want to be more like a mage and a range fighter? And that's what I did most of the time. I played that class as a range, as a mage, and it works. You do a lot of damage, and you are still very quick on the battlefield. So yeah, I just love this class. Like, I have too many hours in that class. Definitely my favorite. It looks flashy. Let's admit it. It just looks flashy. Who do we have next? Oh yeah, the War Dancer. So the War Dancer is another class which uses some form of magic, like magic attacks. You can see it right here. Right, transforming into a tornado, and they have some like meteor dragon attacks and whatnot. But you are still a melee fighter. Like, with the previous class, you could still do a little bit of like magic and you could be a range fighter. You're not really doing this with this one. Like, you are a melee fighter who's still using a lot of like magic attacks, but it's all in close proximity. So I would say she is more like a war mage, so to speak, like very up close to the enemy. And most of her attacks is like fire, lightning, storm, ice. That's what she's combining. A little bit like the last airbender, so to speak, but really just a melee fighter. I've not played her too much because I've already liked the other class, which feels very, very magic-esque. But what I heard from the people who have actually played this in endgame, she's pretty good. She's pretty fun. And again, if you want to have some flashy abilities, but you also want to stay a melee fighter, this class is definitely your go-to. Now, with that said, let's have a look at the third one. And this would be the Scrapper. I have to say, I love the Infighter a little bit more than the Scrapper. It just sounds weird. This is clearly your monk melee fighter. Like, that doesn't mean that the effects are not flashy, right? But this is clearly how you would expect a monk to play in other RPGs. Like, very much. And I think there's not much else to say about it. Like, if you want to play a monk, the Scrapper is basically your monk. That's what you get. You have a lot of defensive abilities, offensive abilities. You're still very quick on the battlefield. And you're all melee. Now, as I said already here, with the Striker, when I paused the video, how dare I, it's basically the, what do they call it now in English? Let me see. The War Dancer. Yeah, this is basically the War Dancer, but as a male class, because that's what they are doing in Lost Ark right now. They are creating all the classes again, but just as male or female counterpart. And this is what the Striker is. But I was surprised because the Striker is still pretty new, even in the South Korean version. Now, it's not the newest one, to make that absolutely clear, but still pretty new. And I was expecting that we don't see this one too early. But now, I am not sure anymore, like which kind of like version we are getting here in the West. Like, it's clearly, or it's clear to me now that they're not just following the Russian or even Japanese release, but they have their own release plan, like what type of class they actually want to see in the game, which type of content they want to see right at the beginning, and which one later. And this should lead to some interesting surprises, to say the least. Unfortunately, we are missing one class, and that's the, I always forget the name, like the Lancer class, where it's like a glaive slash lance slash, I know that there's a specific term for it, but I always forget the specific term. Let's just say the spear fighter. And that class is pretty fun, not gonna lie. But unfortunately, that's not in here, so we have to wait for that. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't expect we are seeing the Striker, especially because they didn't announce that at first when they brought up the class website. On the official website, the Striker was not there, which is rather interesting. Cool. Fine for me, though. I don't complain. But yeah, that was everything so far from me with a reaction video to the martial artists in Lost Ark. I think we have only the rangers now left, the range classes. I think those are the last, and we will definitely be back when that happens. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate if you might consider to like the video on your way out. If you didn't like this video for whatever reason, well, the dislike button is right next to it. And also, if you're new to the channel, you want to see more Lost Ark reactions, more Lost Ark guides, and tons of more content regarding that game, you also came to the right address. I'm also doing gaming news and some other reaction videos. So it's not just Lost Ark. I'm not a Lost Ark only channel, to make that absolutely clear. But Lost Ark will definitely be a big focus of mine. And if you want to see more of it, I would appreciate if you might consider to subscribe to the channel. And then I will hopefully see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe